I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome. It is another episode here of the Colby Rebel Show. And what an exciting episode do I have in store for you tonight. As you are all bottled up at home, probably have your wine by now. You might have just gone with the bottle, forgone the glasses. It's okay. Curled up on your couch, but what better way to spend it than on a Thursday night where we're going to take your calls on air. I have such a special guest. You know, I love her with all of my heart. Gosh, I feel like I've known her, I think about 6 years now, seven maybe. And it's something that is just so special to my heart. She is amazing, and everybody knows her well, and she is a world acclaimed psychic medium and has been on several TV programs, had her own show, is an author, is a mentor, has started the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development, travels the world, holds down the fort at home, and I am so excited and honored to welcome Lisa Williams.
Yay! Hello!
Hi there. Hi there.
Hello! How are you all doing?
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Yeah,
Hi.
you too. Oh my gosh. And it's nice to be here. I mean, amidst all of the crisis that is going on in the world, life still continues with things like this. So I think it's awesome.
It's really great. And just look at it. We're saving you from the house.
I know. And actually, I will tell you honestly, I am home alone. I am home alone. My son is downstairs in the moment, and we said goodbye the other night, and we virtual air hugged, and I said, I'll see you when all this is done, because he's an essential worker. My daughter has now gone to her friend because it was just easier to quarantine two teenagers up together, so they weren't irritating both of the parents. So I just have the dogs.
Oh my gosh, how
I
wonderful.
don't even have my husband. It's great.
Oh, look at that. It's good. So you're gonna curl up on the couch with the babies, right?
Yes, that's exactly what I've been doing. It's exactly what I've been doing. And in fact, one of the babies is right by my feet right now.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And
Yeah, me
you've been
too.
doing a daily message from spirit too, as all of this has been progressing. So tell us a little bit about that. Where, how's it coming in, the channeling, and, does spirit just say, Lisa, this is what you're doing?
Well, you know what? It was interesting because I used to go Facebook Live, with my radio show and other things that were going on. And, just like you do your coffee with Colby, some people need a little bit of hope. And when all this kicked off, I started to realize that I had a voice, I had a following, and that I really needed to do something. And sometimes spirit was really pushing me, hey, listen, do your messages. So like my book, Divine Wisdom, that I started, which is basically messages from beyond, I just channel spirit. So these are guides, helpers, much like all the messages that I started doing back in the day when you were coming to the Sunday service.
Yes.
These are just messages of hope and healing from spirit. And so I sit down at 2:00. I try not to do it too early in the morning, in the day. So I do it at 2:00. I go live at 3. I get the information, and then I do cards as well, because so many people are eager, but I feel like I'm trying to serve the masses. So that's why I pull out the cards, and we've had some phenomenal readings. I mean, Spirit told me the other day, hey, pull out 5 cards, and literally 5 cards just flew out. So I was like, okay, great. And they flew out in a chunk. I was like, okay, great. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to, trying to give people hope and comfort in this time, which is a spiritual reset, where they're sitting on, they haven't really got their routines organized. And at 3:00, all the other Facebook Lives have gone. And so they're kind of like, what are we doing? So that's when I decided to go live. I'm like, why not?
It's perfect, right? It's perfect. So, and it lets people know, like, it is, and I do think it's comforting, and I do feel like it's helping, and people seem to be looking forward to it at this point with you, which is wonderful.
Yeah, and people need that inspiration.
Yeah.
Whether it's the fact that they are following a musician, whether it's the fact they're following myself, whether following you, they're following Elton John, whoever it is, these people are offering, what we're doing is we're trying to give people out there who are struggling, because this is affecting everyone's mental health. It's not just those that suffer with mental health on a daily basis. This is people every day. It's triggering us. Mental health is struggling, physical health is struggling, emotional health is struggling. So, and spiritual health, really, in a way. So if they have something to look forward to, if they create a routine, it actually gives everybody something easier to, I guess, to look forward to, but it gives them hope. It's a continuation of hope, rather than sitting and watching the news and reading about how many cases we've got.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. And with this, have you kind of gotten anything, any epiphanies for yourself during this process?
It's funny because Spirit, and I look up to my wall here because Spirit gave me a message today. And it was a personal message, but basically saying, keep on doing what you're doing. But Spirit was showing me that really we're in this massive reset. The world is healing, as we've seen, all these, fish are swimming in in Venice, and we've had the smog lift from LA, and all sorts of other miraculous things have happened. And what we're doing is we're in a time of reset where people are having the time to really start getting creative. Look at what serves them. Look at what they really want to do. So I do feel Spirit has actually shown me that we're really in this massive reset right now, and we kind of had to heal the world, heal ourselves, deal with things, take some time for ourselves, because if we weren't taking time for ourselves, what we're continually in the busyness of life, and we're not getting anywhere, and there is no time for anything to happen. So Spirit, it's almost as though Spirit is saying, hey, here we go. Now, whatever views there are politically, whatever views there are, conspiracy theories, whatever's going on, it really makes no difference, because actually utilize the time in your best interest to help you in your next stage of life. And that's what Spirit kept coming to me with.
Now, with this, though, don't you find it's a wonderful time for students to develop their gifts with Spirit and their connection to their higher self and in that direction?
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've got the opportunity. This is the opportunity to really learn a new topic, a new project. I'm running an intuitive course. We had, I don't know, something like 150 people on there yesterday, and it's running over 5 days, one every day or every other day. And it's, people are they're craving it.
Yes.
They need that. And this is the ideal opportunity to go to any, I guess, respected teacher or someone that they trust, to actually just say, hey, I'm going to dip my toe in the water now.
Yeah.
I've got time. And a lot of us are doing it free of charge as well. So come along, just have some fun.
Well, it is a good time. You've got 3 books that I'm just going to mention today. You've got several, but we've got 3 books. I Speak to Dead People, King You, which is an exercise book, right? Was that a sign from heaven, and the Divine Wisdom? So those are great reading material for people during this timeout that we're all getting.
Yeah, I know. And also, those people who are really struggling. And it's funny, I didn't have it prepared, but I have all my books. But Survival of the Soul is also another one where, if you're struggling with grief, or if something has happened, gosh, look at that old picture of me. It's crazy. However,
well, it's not as old as the crew cut red hair.
The spiky hairdo, the Liza Minnelli cut. But it's so funny. But, there are so many ways. I feel as though what we're doing right now is we're in this place of healing. And Survival of the Soul very much is a place of healing. But all of those books are excellent just to help you really kind of find some form of peace and comfort within. And I think that's what people are searching for right now. They need hope. They need compassion. They need love. They need they need some peace, that
Yeah.
comfort within us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And hope, which is written right behind you.
It is. There you go.
It is. There it is.
Right there. And it is that fine line of making sure, it can be stressful for people, but managing your stress, right? Because the stress doesn't really help you.
No.
Just makes things worse. It always, even today, I just think back. I was just thinking today just how much you are there for your students and how unbelievably dedicated and caring you are to your students. And you really do help your students when they're struggling with stress or fear. And I believe that, you teach students to also emit that hope and to kind of transcend the fear and to let go. So I think it's a wonderful way that you teach, but it's certainly helpful, especially now.
Yeah, it is. And I think often those learning curves, because we all have those moments. I mean, you think back to the time that you were going through it,
Oh, yeah.
coming off social media, all of that stuff. It's like, it's scary for some people.
Yeah.
But those are the boundaries that you have to create right now, because if you don't create the boundaries, you're going to be constantly looking at the statistics. You're going to be constantly looking at this, and you start fearing. And what you forget is we're forgetting to do some form of routine and getting ourselves into some form of practice. Because when we get into a routine, what we're doing is something becomes normal, and we have gone into our new normal. And we are grieving the life that we used to have, whether it's the fact that, we wanted to have more time with our kids, or we wanted a break from work. You're now being forced. You have no choice. And so what we're doing is you've gone into this new normal. Some people don't know how to cope with this routine, this change of routine. And so with a change of routine, it has to be a new routine. So you have to find something that makes your heart sing. And I've been going around today, I've been saying, hey, listen, why don't you go and put that dress that you have in on the closet that you've been saving because you want to wear it to someone's wedding? Or why don't you just go and put the favorite pair of shoes on? Or why don't you just put makeup on and put some perfume on, or do your hair? Get out of your PJs. Go for a walk, because that's what people want to do.
Yes.
They just want to sit in their comfies.
Yeah. And I'll tell you how bad it's gotten. You know what I did? I cooked.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Like food. I cooked food.
Oh, I know what you mean, and you do not cook food.
No, but I've been doing it. And it's not, yeah, I can't say, and it's good food. I'm actually, I'm a fairly decent cook, but I honestly can't say I enjoy it. Like, it's not, I really still don't. I do it. It's not bad. I can do it. I don't thoroughly enjoy it.
Now, I will honest, I have actually seen you cook. I've seen you cook pasta.
Yes. Well, that's my specialty, is pasta.
That is your pasta. Yeah, I have seen you cook that, but then that's it. Which is ironic, because I love cooking. I just don't have time to cook.
Yeah.
And I have been busier than anything in this period of time. And I've not had time to cook. So,
yeah,
you're doing better than I am.
Yeah, it's been a great time. I mean, luckily I've been super busy and really getting ahead on a lot of other projects too that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it is about, like you're saying, taking advantage of the time we have, and not to don't get lazy in those PJs, like get up and do your hair and do your face and take a shower.
Wash your hair.
Yeah.
I know. But it's so easy to get into that rut.
Yes, it is.
It is so easy to get into that rut. And what I will say to people is, stop worrying about, especially the women, but I know this accounts for some of the men, stop worrying about your roots in your hair. Stop worrying about the hair needing to be cut. Maybe this is the time to change your look. And my hairdresser, bless her, a really good friend of mine, she's like, do not color your hair at home. So, everybody's struggling in whatever capacity they are. Some people are busier than ever. Some people are sitting at home. Some people have lost their jobs. Some people are losing loved ones. So I feel as though it's about honoring the time that they're in and really being gentle with yourself. really being gentle and knowing, hey, listen, it's okay to feel sad. Because today I was feeling sad and I honored that. And I text Chris, my husband, and I said, I'm feeling sad today. And it's acknowledging that it's okay to feel these emotions. Don't sweep them under the carpet, because otherwise what you're doing is you're pushing it down, and they're only going to come up at another time, and you can't afford that.
That's so true, right? And it will just make it worse. So,
Mm-hmm.
how about we take some callers on air?
Sure.
You up for that?
Sure,
All right.
absolutely.
Wonderful. All right, listen, you guys, you all know the rules here. If you get in queue, we have a ton of calls in queue. I'm going to say your area code, so listen up. Make sure all of those external noises are off. No speakerphone. Make sure the TV's off. No radio. No barking husband. No yapping dogs. And no crying kids, okay? And whatever you do, don't do the video where the lady was on the video and the husband came into the live stream. Did you see that in his underwear?
No, what happened? No, I didn't.
It's I couldn't help but laugh. It was a lady that was working live streaming, and her husband comes running in with just his underwear on, and then he realizes it, so then he tries to run out and runs into a wall.
Oh my gosh!
It's
Did you
so
post that
funny.
on your Facebook?
I did. You'll have to take a look. It's super
Oh my
funny.
gosh, I'm gonna have to. I've tried to ignore Facebook as much as possible, but yeah, I'm gonna look.
Yeah, it gives a good giggle. All right,
good.
everybody. So make sure you have our question ready. We're going to try to take as many callers as we can. So we're going to do quick calls here. So have your question ready. If you want to connect to a loved one, just let us know who it is, and we'll get all up in there. All right, you ready, Lisa?
I am. Bring it on.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Let us take. How about let's see, 203. Hey, 203. This is Colby and Lisa. Who is this?
Hi. I just wanted to let you know, we can't hear Lisa, only you on the phone.
Oh, you can't hear her right now?
No,
I'm
just
here.
the whole time, just you.
Oh, okay. On the Facebook Live, they can hear it. I'm not sure why
Yeah.
that would be. Well, I'm telling you, on the recording, she can hear you. So on Facebook Live, she
Okay.
can hear you. So that's going to be a little tough, but you'll have to listen back then. I'll help you through it. All right. Lisa, you can hear the caller, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So caller, why don't you ask the question, honey, and then we will go from there. Okay, sweetheart?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I've been out of work, and I've been trying to find work, but it's been hard, and I'm thinking it's because I really want to own my own business. So I was wondering if you had any messages regarding this situation for me.
What's your name? I have.
What's your name, honey?
Shante.
Sean.
Shantae.
Shante.
Yes.
Okay. Now, can she not hear me?
That's what she's saying. You can't hear Lisa when she talks?
No.
Okay, she's saying she can't, but just know on the live stream they can. So
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna. It's not gonna be any help for her if
I
she
know.
can't hear me.
Well, she'll be able to hear after. It's okay. And I can help
That's
relay
true.
it. Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so here's what I kept being shown. I don't know why, but I'm almost being shown that there's a feeling of her needing to help and heal people. There's her own business. I feel as though what's stopping her is fear. And I keep feeling as though she's got to work through this point of fear of failure. I feel actually next year is probably her best time, but I feel like right now is her time of kind of working it out, strategically planning it, looking at it. Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? But I tell you honestly, what kept coming up for me is healing for her. Some form of healing, somewhere she gives hope, somewhere where she gives help to others. And it feels like next year, 2021 is what I kept being shown. I'm also being brought to the month of February, which I think is very important for her. I'm not sure in what capacity, but I do feel as though it's important. But I actually feel as though she needs to step into this and let go of the fear behind it.
Yeah, so did you hear any of that or no?
No.
It's the weirdest thing. I don't know what happened, but
So weird.
yeah, but she's basically saying, definitely you have to listen back. When you go into the Facebook, honey, just go ahead and listen right back, okay?
Okay.
But really you're meant to do the healing, and it really is about the healing, and the month of February comes up for you, and there really is a sense that this is about working through your fear, sweetheart, about really kind of letting go, working through the fear, okay? So what you
Yeah.
can do is, does that make sense about the fear?
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah,
the problem. Scared to move forward
scared.
without the unknown.
Yeah, she's scared to move forward.
Now
Yeah.
is the time.
Now is the time, she's saying. And she's emphasizing with her finger, girl. I'm telling you, her mama bear's coming out. Okay? So,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, so you can do it. So just work through the fear and don't let it stop you, and then just keep pushing through. Okay, honey?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, sweetheart. All right.
It's so weird that they can't hear me.
Yeah, I'll get it worked out later, but at least I know I know we tested it on the Facebook and the live stream, so I know the callers at home can hear you. So
That's the main thing.
yeah. And like I said, she'll be able to listen back. All right. How about let's take 608. Let's see. 608. Hey, 608. Hi there, sweetheart. Who is this?
This is Tia.
Hey, Tia. How you doing, honey?
I'm good. I was wondering if Spirit had any message for me.
If Spirit has any messages for you. Okay. So this is Tia, Lisa. Do you have anything from Spirit for our Tia here?
Okay, can you hear me first of all, Tia?
Can you? No, I don't think she
No.
can. I don't think the callers are going to be able
I
to
can
hear you.
hear. No, I can't hear her.
No, that's okay. We'll relay it, and like I said in the Facebook, just go to the Facebook and you'll be able to hear what she said to you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Tia, what I keep feeling is, I'm not sure if there's a grandmother in spirit, but it feels to me as though this is like, okay, so I just got to tell everybody who's listening, this is almost as though you are doing those blindfold readings and you've just been tapped a yes and a no. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to completely trust on this. So what I keep feeling is there's a grandmother that actually wants to keep coming around you. This grandmother is actually almost as though she's lifting you, she's pushing you. And I'm not sure if there's some form of anxiety that sometimes you struggle with, but she's actually pushing you into this kind of lifting you up. And I want to say lift, almost to actually help you maneuver through this. She's actually given me this feeling of dancing. So I almost feel as though you should dance, play music, give all of this, help yourself through these times, because to be honest with you, that's actually what's going to help you through this, is the music, the dancing. Know that she's actually there. This feels to me as though she's on your mother's side. But I also keep feeling as though this is about you looking after you. This is about you seeing both sides of the coin, both sides of the picture, and knowing that you're going to get through this. And I keep feeling as though once you actually come out of this, you are going to be sort of moving up. It's like everything's going to be sort of lifting and elevating. But right now, it's about going with the flow, because I feel as though that's how things are going to be. I almost feel as though that's how things are going to help you right now.
So,
sorry, you have to relay all of that.
Did you hear her, Tia, or no?
I heard very end of it about go with the flow.
Yeah, exactly. I think I fixed it. Lisa, say hello to Tia. See if she can hear you.
Hi, Tia.
Hello, Lisa.
Yay! All right. Well, I'll do the recap and then Lisa can add in. It's your grandma, honey. Do you have a grandma in spirit?
Okay. Yes.
Well, it's grandma. Listen back, and it's all making sense now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Tia, I just felt like you were on this pathway. She's telling you, I'm not sure if you struggle with some form of anxiety, but she's telling you, let things go, dance with it. Really, there's two sides to every coin. I did pull a card for you. I got the health card, but what that was showing me is the fact, oh gosh, that light's bright. But it was showing me two sides to both sides. So it's really about taking care of you, taking care of breathing, and knowing that you're going to get through this. And I kept feeling as though once you're through this, you're elevating, you're almost soaring and surrendering into it.
Awesome.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
There you go, sweetheart.
You're
All right. You have a good day. Okay.
You
That was
too.
a
Much
quick
love and light. Thank
recap.
you. Bye.
Bye, honey. Yeah.
Bye.
Listen back to it on Facebook, honey.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right, Lisa, I want you to pull a card for me.
Yeah, okay. Listen, I am drinking, I'm drinking tea, so I'm not drinking any wine. I'm drinking tea if people are wondering. All right, let's pull a card for Colby. Let's see what comes out. Well, that will actually, okay, so I'm going to go with the one that came out. And here it is. We've got the wisdom. All right, so this is tree card.
Yeah.
And this is about having the wisdom, knowledge, strength. So actually what this shows me is that you're the strong pillar right this moment, and that you are actually going with the flow. You're actually very much going with the flow. You are twisting and turning. You are weathering the storm, but you're actually sharing in the knowledge and the wisdom and giving people strength, giving people hope. But there are times sometimes that you're like, oh, you know, you waver in the wind, but then those waverings are like, let me ground myself. I'm strong here. So this shows me that you're actually, what you're doing right now is you're weathering the storm. You're something for people to hold on to during this time. So
yay. Thank you. That's
You're
very
welcome.
true, though. That's really great. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. How about we take another caller here? Let's see. Let's see. How about we've got 530. Hey, 530, you're on the air. Who is this? Hello? 530. All right. You're live. You don't realize you're live. They're going to be so mad, Lisa. They didn't realize they must have ran to the bathroom.
Oh, never mind.
I know. Okay. How about let us do see, that was them. Let us take 608 here. Hey, 608, you're on the air. Who is this? 608, are you there?
Yes. Hi, this is Elaine.
Hi, Elaine. How you doing, sweetheart?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. What can we do for you tonight?
I'm just hoping you can steer me in the right direction. I had 3 current miscarriages, and I guess I'm just trying to find the answer as to what direction I need to go in, just because they said that they're unexplained, but they don't know the reason why I keep losing the babies.
Oh, that's interesting. I got something different. Lisa, do you want to go?
Okay, so I was being pulled relationship wise. I don't know whether that's where you were being pulled, Colby, but I just kept being shown. Now, Elaine, are you in a relationship with somebody?
I am.
Okay. So, and is this your first child that you're trying to have?
No, I already have a child.
Okay, so let me explain this. I just feel for some reason this is the relationship between you and the person that you're in a relationship with. I feel like you've almost got to come together. You've got to work together. I'm not sure if you're not if you're both on different pathways, or you're one step ahead of the other, but there feels to me as though you've got to be really in sync. Because what I keep seeing is I keep feeling, do you understand the fact that you're not quite in sync right now?
Yes.
Okay, you've got to be in sync. And I almost feel, and listen, I understand where you're at, because, you know, it's very, very traumatic when you have this and there's no explanation behind it. And so what I want to say is it's almost as though the child wants to come, but wants to come into a healthy relationship where both parents are in sync. And I feel as though work on the relationship to be in sync. And I'm seeing the actual child coming. And that's really significant, because, you know, as much as we're like, we think physically, there's often an energy attachment to it, or the spirit is saying, hey, I'm not quite ready there yet. And it's not the fact that you're doing anything wrong. It's not the fact that you are, you know, you're not eating this or you're not doing that and blah, blah, blah. Because listen, I get it. You're talking to somebody who understands you. But What I feel is I feel as though you and the person that you're with, it has to be really in sync and really bring in this openness. I almost feel as though you've got to be welcoming this child in, because I feel as though you will be welcoming the child in, but you got to work on that being in sync between the two of you.
And
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, good.
one of the things I got, so I'm not a doctor, so, and I'm not diagnosing at all, and you do have to trust your physicians, and it's, I know that they're saying that it's unexplained, but as soon as you said 3, I saw something with the blood, honey. I almost feel like there's a lack of a protein or something that kind of helps the baby. So can you just make sure that there's no blood work that they could be doing for you to check? I don't know what it's called, but I almost feel like there's a level that seems to be low and that you might need injections while you're pregnant. So can you just look into
Okay.
that? The doctors didn't mention anything, and they didn't say there could be any reason like that at all?
No, they did extensive blood work, the
Okay.
normal blood work that they normally do, and just had
Yeah.
a call 2 days ago, and she said everything looks really good. She's like, you're just in the category of the unexplained, and I just
Yeah, I don't, there's still,
so
even as you said it again, it doesn't really feel right. So maybe just see if there's something else you can do, or to me, I think that there's something in the blood, or an additive that needs to be added to kind of help while you're pregnant. So maybe see if once everything calms down with the virus, see if you can get back to a physician and take another look at it, and then take Lisa's advice and about what she's getting about the relationship as well. Okay, honey?
okay. Thank you so much.
But
You
but
too.
like
I really
like
appreciate it.
Lisa, I'm seeing a baby. So I am seeing a baby
Mm.
come in. But I think there's gonna, it's almost like an additive. I keep hearing there's an additive needed. So just double check that. My friend had some miscarriages, and there was a needle she would take. Lisa, would you? I just don't know what it's called. I don't know what that would
Yeah,
be.
I know the one that you're talking about, because I've had several friends take it. But
Okay.
so there are things that I would go to your doctor, speak to them, obviously, maybe get a second opinion too.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I did today. I scheduled something with
Yeah.
the actual OB.
Good. Yeah, do that. Schedule something, and maybe even a fertility specialist if it gets to that point, because they might be able to see something that a general, someone's just not looking for. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank
Lots
you.
of love to you,
Good
honey.
luck.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's tough.
Aw.
I know. Poor thing, huh?
Yeah,
Poor
I know.
thing.
I know. It is hard. It is hard when you lose a child and it's so unexpected. And when you have the opportunity of having children taken away from you, it is very, very hard. And, a lot of people don't understand it unless you've been in that space. And
Yeah.
it's the desperation to get there, to get there, to get there. And sometimes there's no rhyme nor reason why it happens.
It's true. It really is. It's true. And
Yeah,
but I always say don't give up, though.
I agree. Never give up and
Don't give
enjoy
up.
trying.
That's what I say. All right. I always tell my clients, practice a lot. Don't just go by the calendar.
Exactly.
Okay. How about we take another caller here? This is 253. 253, you're on the air. Who is this?
I'm Peggy.
Hi, Peggy. How are you, honey?
I'm good. I'm kind of shocked I got on here.
Yay.
Oh, yay.
I know. I'm excited. So, my mom passed away well, it's been a long time ago, about 10 years ago. But my son is he passed away about 7 years ago. But I feel like I'm always getting signs, and I'm always like giving credit or chewing my son out for weird things that happened. And I'm just wondering, is my mom in there anywhere giving me any of these signs saying, "Hey, it's me"?
Or is it all just your son, huh?
I know, because he was such a practical joker that when things happen, I always go, "Dang it, Tim, why'd you do this?" But yeah, it's like my mom. I feel like she's like ignoring me, but I'm thinking, no, maybe it's just something that I'm giving him all the credit for or something. So,
Well, yeah, I saw the first thing I saw was actually a hummingbird. So I feel like your mom is trying to bring more joy around you. So I think she's coming through with more joy, maybe not that practical jokester. That's the sense I keep getting,
oh,
right? Yeah. So,
yeah.
do you see hummingbirds around you or been, I mean, maybe not right now, we're in winter kind of, but do you have a connection to birds with your mom and ever just have a thought that it's her?
No, actually, actually, I don't. I never, I, like during the summer last year, there was like all these butterflies that were by my window, and I kept
Okay.
thinking, my sister had passed away, just a year or so ago, and I thought, oh well, it just reminded me of my sister. But for
Yeah.
my mom, I'm like, I'm not finding it.
Yeah,
So,
it's almost about I
uh,
think it's because you're putting your mom on the back shelf here. Your mom is there, she is giving you signs, but you're focused on the more recent passings. Lisa, what do you get around it?
oh,
So I actually agree with that. And Peggy, I do want to say it's because your son was so prevalent, your sister was so prevalent, your mom has settled back. She's like, oh, I'm here, I'm just doing my thing, chilling out, and so in a way, she has taken the back burner because maybe you've kind of put her there. Now, interesting enough, this is what I got. Do you live near Florida or is there a Florida connection somewhere?
yeah, that's my dad.
Okay.
Well, my dad
Okay, all right.
and well, my dad lives in Florida, and then his his was it well, I guess it was his wife that, and they weren't married for very long, but she passed away a few years ago too.
Okay, so let me just put this. So it might be her, I'm not sure, but here's what I kept seeing is I kept seeing a real strong Florida connection. So you have the stepmom around, if you want to call it, for want of a better word. I'm not sure if your son loved basketball and sports, but I just kept picking up the fact that I wanna kind of play sports and be a practical joker, and my sneakers are really important for some reason. And I wanted to give you smelly feet. I don't know whether that's important for him. But what was
Well,
interesting,
not
go on.
sneakers, but before he passed, he had these darn flip-flops that were the nastiest things ever.
That's what it
And
was. It was like
so
yucky.
when he went back to Michigan before he passed away, he's like, now don't throw. I bought him new flip flops. He's like, don't throw those away. He said, because those are good. I just
Okay.
recently now threw them away.
Oh, that's
So now
funny.
that
They were
makes sense.
nasty.
Okay, so then the other signs that I kept getting was I got butterflies. I wrote butterflies down, but you also have rainbows. So you
Yeah,
might find that your mom connects with you rainbows.
I saw that too. Yeah.
And I also want to give you the word
Oh,
diamond or diamonds, as in the fact it could be a sparkly diamond on the finger, but I kept seeing diamonds, and I almost wanted to go with, the song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. So I almost felt like look up
yeah.
into the stars and see mom, because I felt like she was just winking down, and what she's doing is she's holding the whole family, supporting the whole family. She's got your son, she's got your, everybody else that's there, and she's just sitting back going, hey, I got everyone, just cooey for me. So look for the rainbows, look for the sparkles, but those are very important. So if I can share those with you, but they are there. It's just, again, like you said, you're not giving your mom your credit.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Happens.
Wow.
it's almost you kind of have a knowing that she's there for you. You have a knowing that she's with you. Like you can always count on mom. Do you know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
think as a
Yeah.
result, you're not interacting with her as much because you just know she's there. There's just a sense that she's there. So I would encourage you to kind of start interacting with her the same way you do with your son and the same way you are with your sister. Interact with your mom that way. And I swear you're going to start noticing the rainbow. You're going to start noticing that hummingbird. Like it's going to be more in your awareness because they're sending it to you, but because it's not within your awareness, because you're almost taking it for granted in a way, once you
Uh-huh.
exercise it, you'll start to see it more and more and more. Yeah.
Well,
And
thank
then
you.
Is
Thank you.
there an L? Like, I don't, is there an L name connected to anyone or a middle name like a Laura or a Lorraine? Anything like that that you can connect to in the living or in spirit around someone?
Or
Um,
Ellen?
well, I have a niece. I have a niece, Laura.
Okay, you have a niece, Laura, and this is connected to your mom then, correct? Like a grandchild for your mom, is that correct?
It would be my mom's grandchild. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then was this grandchild born after your mom passed or something? Or the grandchild feels a little younger to me.
Well, I'm expecting my first grandchild.
Oh, got
Ah,
My
that's
it.
what it
son,
is. Yeah.
my only son, my son that's still alive. Him and his wife are expecting their first child, and it's a girl. But no, I don't know what her name is going to be.
Oh,
You'll have to
interesting.
tell us.
Wouldn't it be funny if there's a Lynn or a Laura connected? You'll have to let us know if they end up naming the first or the middle name with an L. But I do know that this is, I feel like this is your mom kind of acknowledging the grandchild. So that's really fun and that's
Oh,
really interesting. Yeah. So, and then
yeah,
there's
that will be really interesting.
yeah, and then the two brothers, like one thing too is I do feel like your brother is connecting, wanting to say hello to the brother in the living. Just because it's almost like the brother in the living who's having a kid is like kind of grown up, and your son in the spirit world, like he was like Peter Pan. I don't know if he ever really wanted to grow up. So he's like, really?
No,
You're doing
no, he
it.
never did.
Yeah, you're doing it. He's like, oh my God, like there's like a marriage and kids. What? So I think
Well,
he's
and that's the thing is that he always wanted children, but his his person that was with him, they never had children. They
yeah.
they weren't married, and they just never had children. So
Well, yeah.
yeah. So
Let him.
he's probably excited about it because
He's
he
very
always liked children.
he's very excited, and there's very much a sense of like kind of elbowing his brother. So just know that, okay? Like, hey, bro, oh my gosh, buddy.
Oh,
So
that's cool. That's
one
cool. I
last
like
thing.
that.
One last thing. You think your son plays jokes on you? Wait till you see what he's gonna do to this kid and your brother. I
Yeah.
think she's gonna talk to him. He's gonna chit chat with her. Right, Lisa?
Oh, that's cool.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
And it
I like
happens all the
that.
time.
I
It's a
like
very
that.
common thing.
Yeah. So, all right, sweetheart. You have a good night and lots of luck and love to you. And let us know if that L name comes in, okay?
I will. I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Lisa, do you have time for one more quick one?
Sure. I have time all the time in the world.
Okay, all right, here we go. How about we've got looks like we've got a 941. You are on the air. Can you hear us, 941? Hey there, 941, you're on the air.
Hi there.
Hi there, who is this?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
My name is Lisa.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Lisa, it's Elisa.
Hi, Lisa. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I'm in your class right now, and I love it.
Oh, yay. Fabulous.
Yay. Well, what can we do for you tonight, honey?
I'm curious if I'll have any like major career moves in the next couple months, like total changes to something fabulous or anything 2020-ish.
2020-ish, when we get over this thing that's putting
Yeah.
us in our houses.
Is there anything?
Okay, yeah.
I do believe you're going to have, there is an opportunity to definitely move into a different career and to definitely, but it's more about you taking advantage of the opportunity itself. Like I think after the virus, I feel like it's you putting yourself out there to say, okay, I'm ready to expand my wings, spread my wings. And I do feel like there's going to be an opportunity more of that because I see the job opening because of the virus. Like people are going to be more busy. They're going to want help. So I think you taking Lisa's class feels right up the alley of what you're going to be doing. Lisa, what do you get?
So I don't know whether you've been thinking about move. This is going to be totally off, way off left field.
Yeah.
But are you thinking about moving as well?
Yes.
Okay. It feels to me
Yeah.
as though the move has to happen. The move is going to happen, but I feel as though it's going to be triggered and leading you into a new opportunity. So I feel like it's all of a sudden it's like two is kind of coming together at once. It's like boom, and you're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. And I'm almost feeling as though it's a start and then moving and everything else is all happening at once. Now, I do want to give you the month of September for things to start moving. I'm also being shown the month of October, which is also going to be helping you move. But why do I keep seeing real estate? Is that because you are looking for houses?
I was thinking about buying another property for an investment, like a small one.
Okay, perfect. Because I just kept being shown money was going to be made through real estate. And that's going to be something that you might have to look for. Now, I also keep feeling as though the next job that you go into is going to be more of a role that you will either manage people, you'll be working for yourself, or you'll be able to look, take really kind of manage your own time, being aware of where you're going, what you can do. But I feel like there's a lot of people around it, almost like, I'm not saying it's hospitality, but it feels to me as though you're going to be helping a lot of people. You're going to be busy. You're going to be entertaining. It's just like running around. You're going to be crazy busy. But it feels like, again, what Colby said, that you've got to get over this lull right now. And because once this lull leaves us, it's then going to be exploding for you.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it feels like
okay, go ahead.
it feels like with the investment property, though, I think that this is something that will be a little bit of a project for you. So it may need some fixing up. It may need, like, I almost feel like it's something you kind of work on to upgrade it because I feel like you get a really, really good deal on it, but it needs some fixing up. But I actually think that ends up being kind of a fun project for you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And are you looking by the water to do that? Are you looking to have it by the water?
I really want to find, I can't afford anything too fancy, but even a little tiny, tiny little condo that had a water view, anything.
But that's why.
That's what I feel.
Yeah, and look for something that I think that because of the money and because of the water, it's something you have to fix up. But you're a handy little thing and you're very resourceful. You're a gritty little thing. So I feel like you'll be able to find am I right? Yeah. So you'll be able to find the resources.
I'm careful with money.
Yeah. So you'll be able to find the resources you need to do it in a real budget friendly way. And it will really be great. Yeah, definitely.
And then, I also feel like you're going to be sitting there reading a book, and I don't know why, because I can see you sitting reading a book by the water.
Yeah, Survival of the Soul is what I saw.
Why not?
I think it feels like, though, what would be interesting is if you end up in Florida. I know we had Florida on another call, but maybe even a sense of Florida around you.
Well, I'm in Florida now.
Oh.
I'm thinking of buying another property here. But
okay.
As far as the career move, it would be out of state, like New York or something like that.
Yeah, I felt like you were going up towards coming up, like through the Carolinas up. So it felt like you were coming up.
Yeah.
So that's where it felt like to me. And I just wrote Carolinas down. So yeah.
Perfect. See, so there you
that
go.
Would make sense. Anywhere in like north from here, but for the property, it would probably be here on the water.
Yeah, that feels good. But even though it's an investment property, I think you're going to visit it. I feel like you're still going to be around it a little bit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
All right, sweetheart. Well, you have a good night and enjoy the workshop and class with Lisa. Okay.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, good. All right. Well done. Well done. All right, Lisa, that is about our time. I do want to make sure everybody does see that you do have your Divine Wisdom show. And that is every Monday. That is 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and it's on unityonlineradio.org. Divine Wisdom. You take callers on there as well, right, Lisa? I was a
Yeah, we
guest.
do. Yeah, we do callers and we do all of that stuff. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And I do want to just thank you so much for being here and joining me. It's always so much fun when we're together and on here.
I know. It's great. It really is. It's absolutely fantastic. And you know, I think what you're doing is you're bringing energy together and we're all working for one purpose. So I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's really great. And I know the callers enjoy it. And again, so you've got the intuition workshop and people can join in and sign up for that. I know in the fall, which is great because, you know, this is going to end and people are going to want to get out. You do have your trans mediumship coming up as well, right?
Yeah, I've got trans mediumship, I've got platform mediumship, I've got mastering the message, I've got advanced mediumship, I've got, you know, master classes. I've also got the Unity Village. We're going away for a retreat on Saturday night. We're doing Lisa Williams live, so we're just going to do a load of readings online for $10. So
Yay!
it's like, you know, we're just trying to do everything for everyone. But yes, once all of this is over, come out and physically touch. You know, and you know,
there we go. There we go. Oh, I'll tell you, I'm missing the hugs, right?
I know,
me too. All right. Well, you have a great night. Stay healthy, please, and give lots of love to the hubby from all of us here in LA. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks. And keep up the great work that you're doing.
Thanks so much. And I'll see you actually at the end of June. So I'll be in Lilydale. So I'll see you then.
Yay!
Yay! All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, honey.